Can you give us an idea of a passage that maybe might be easily misunderstood without knowing the cultural context, but you see that there's literary support for the interpretation?
Right. I think I can recall the passage in Matthew 18, verses 17 to 20. It's a very well-known passage about the binding and loosing, which for years was a matter of debate, especially between the Middle Eastern church and the traditional church, and then the reformers. Many people understood the binding and loosing as an authority given to the apostles and later on to church leaders to forgive sins of people in binding them or in loosing them, or to keep them, and as if they have authority not only on the destiny of people, but even on heaven. So what they decide on earth, that your sins are forgiven or not forgiven, will be mandated on heaven. This is the way that was understood and led to lots of problems in this area in the Middle Ages, as we all know from the church history. The reformers' interpretation is quite good, but I think that as a Middle Easterner, I feel that there are very simple, easy thing of understanding this passage without thinking that the matter here or the issue is about authority. Actually, we use terms like bind and loose to express the decision making in a positive and negative way, or in a way and its opposite. So for instance, we say in our proverbial settings, especially in village, when you speak about someone and say X does not bind or loose, it means that he is not decisive. He doesn't take decision. And we have even more funny saying, which says that X would bind on the stairs and loose on the
on the threshold, maybe the door threshold or the doorstep.
Yes, doorstep, which means that this person can make a decision and its opposite in a very short period of time, can changes his opinion in a very fast way. He is not committed to what he decides. So all is about decision making. When you think of the whole passage, you find that this we can be led to very solid, simple, clear interpretation that's in harmony with the whole passage. The passage is about a dispute between two people. One of them erred or sinned against the other. The one who was hurt is going to have a kind of reproach or so with his friend, but that person wouldn't accept, and the text advised that he will take two people according to the habit among the Jews to be witness of that, and they say if he refuses, then take the matter to the whole church. But if he refuses the intervention of the church to settle this dispute and restore the relationship, then he says that let that person be like the heathen and the tax collector. And some people would think that it means that he's neglect him or so. I think we have to understand it in the way Jesus handled or worked with the tax collectors and sinners, where he was even much kinder than with religious people or so, knowing that they are spiritually sick. So as if he is asking that you should recognize that after all these attempts, you are dealing with very specific hard matter with someone who is spiritually sick and probably need more patience. Then the saying of the binding and loosing come, where the church leaders should come and make a decision about this, would in favor of one of the people, or the two of them, or they have to decide something about it. And he says to them, whatever you bind on earth will be bound on heaven, and whatever you loose on earth will be loosed in heaven. And simply it says that whatever you decide here will be in agreement with the will of God in heaven. And the proof of that is the saying that we always take it out of the context, that whenever 2 or 3 gather in my name, I will be in their middle. It's not about a prayer. It's about, in this matter of dispute, when the church leaders come and try to see or to decide what to do in this matter, he gives them assurance then, since you are seeking my advice, gathering in my name, wanting to know what to do about this difficult matter, I promise to be with you. And whatever you reach, whatever you decide or bind, whatever you decide or undecide, in this way or that way, in positive way or negative, whatever you decide, be assured that this is the decision of heaven. What you reached is exactly what the heaven wanted, or what God wanted from you.